of tears? Have you gained more than 5 pounds? Have you lost the energy level you had before menopause? Do you have low libido or no interest at all? If you said yes to any of these questions, you may be suffering with severe menopause symptoms and you qualify to receive a free month supply of Amberin. Amberin is the incredibly effective all-natural solution for menopause relief. It's backed by published clinical trials and 30 years of research. It has helped thousands of women get free from the awful symptoms of menopause. Call now and ask how you can receive 30 days of Amberin free of charge. Free supplies are limited, so go to amberintrial.com. That's amberintrial.com. Or call 1-800-318-8232. That's 1-800-318-8232. 1-800-318-8232.
Federal agents, we are armed!
What would you do if you knew all the things we know? Would you stand up?
All right, final segment with Glenn Spencer giving us a report from the border. It's a complete hoax that there is basically any security down there. And my issue is they're putting this whole police state grid in for the American people. Spy networks, telescreens at Walmart saying, watch your neighbor. But then meanwhile, our southern border is completely wide open. What is the state of the republic? What's the state of this globalist Ford Foundation movement, Glenn Spencer?
Well, you know, they see the trend in Congress. They saw the vote last November. They see the coming chairmanships of the committees. And they realize that their tactic of threatening America, marching through our streets with the Mexican flags, fell short. It didn't do the job. In fact, there's a backlash. So they're laying low right now. You've got people in Reconquistas right here in Tucson. You can't hear. There's nothing coming out of them. I think eventually you're going to see something, but it isn't going to be passive.
What do you think of the movie like Machete, which was like something that the Klan would make if they were trying to demonize black people? I mean, it was so racial, so hateful, and painted whites as, you know, buck-toothed murderers of Hispanic unborn babies running around bloodthirstily. I mean, it's just so over the top.
Well, you know, we warned that could lead to unrest, okay? And it did in Los Angeles. All around where that show was, where it was showing, there were attacks on police, there were riots down in Westlake Park. It was a disaster.
Excuse me? Because I know you're tied into this nationwide. I was not aware of this. I would search the term machete and see record amounts of machete attacks around the country and a few events. I may have to hold you over. I know Tarpley's coming up, but excuse me, I'm going to have you back up. We're going to have to write an article about this because, you know, Drudge and others have carried our reports on it. The state did deny Rodriguez funding of $1.7 million over it, you know, with the State Film Commission funding. But you're telling me that there was violence from that?
Oh, no question about it. In fact, we have it up on our website. We had the sites of the violence and where the machete was playing.
What website of your two, and what was the headline? I must get this down.
I'd have to dig it up. I think it was September 8th, 2010. I have here rioting in the streets, and this is where Machete is playing. It was all around where this rioting was going on.
Oh, my gosh. So what happened? Break it down.
Yeah, this is where the LAPD had a shooting of an immigrant who was wielding a knife on September 8th. He was wielding a machete.
I remember hearing about all those riots, and I didn't put two and two together. The media covered it up?
Absolutely.
Wow.
At least 22 arrested in Westlake as protesters hurled objects at police stops. This was while Machete was playing all around Westlake.
Well, it shows white politicians being murdered en masse. I mean, and it says, kill them now. And, like, keep it secret, the secret uprising. And then I see the Los Angeles billboards saying this is no longer L.A., this is now Mexico.
Correct. And
the radio stations, but it's in Spanish, so folks don't know this is going on.
Right. They didn't want you to know. September 8th, AmericanPatrol.com. Just look at it.
No, I'm going to get Aaron Dykes to pick it up and do an article on it that we weren't aware that. I mean, I saw some of the unrest, but didn't connect it. But what other intel do you have that being generated by Machete?
Well, that's the main one right there. It went on for 2 or 3 nights, and they put it down pretty hard because they knew that if this got out of hand, they had a serious problem.
Yeah, I'm not for false flags, but if it could just get out of hand now, then folks would recognize this secret threat that's being built by the Ford Foundation. And there is no doubt that this is the Ford Foundation, correct?
Oh, of course not. There's no doubt at all. I mean, they've been at the root of all of these problems for 40 years.
And then look at slimeball Chris Matthews attacking Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, you, myself, everybody under the sun. Ayn Rand for the shooting when we had nothing to do with it.
Right.
And now calling us crackers. I mean, is he trying to incite something? Because that's not going to help them if they incite something. It's going to show what's going on.
Yeah, but you know, when Art Torres, the head of the California Democrat Party, after Prop 187 passed, he said Prop 187 was the last gasp of white America in California. Did anybody jump on that? When Mario Obledo, the co-founder of MALDEF, after he received...
I tell you what, stay there. Do 5 more minutes with us, then we're getting Tarpley on the Tunisia situation. I want to come back and play some of these actual audio clips of it being said. I want to live in peace with everybody. But when folks are beating war drums and running flags up and telling school kids they can't wear American flags, we got a problem. So let's be open about this. I mean, do we want this to be Aslan?
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit eFoodsDirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com or 800-409-5633.
Diamond Gusset is proud to announce the anthem of the Patriot Movement. They're offering a free CD, T-shirt, and bumper sticker with a qualifying purchase. Diamond Gusset offers great products at great prices while keeping Americans working.
I'm looking for a factory where a man can feed his family. Not worried about them moving it south, closing the doors and shutting her down tomorrow. I'm looking for America.
We're American and be proud. Go to gusset.com/America.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. Seems like I just woke up one day and it was gone, long gone. But I know in my heart it's still
Again, go to gusset.com/America today. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
We now take you live
To the Central Texas Command Center.
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
He's got hundreds of these clips, and it's in his films, The Conquest of Aslan. He made several of them, and you'll see video, hear audio. They've got the UT Hispanic Studies head saying, we've got to have the plan of San Diego. We've got to, drive the whites out. Of course, I learned about Plan of San Diego 6-7 years ago in an event. People were wearing Plan of San Diego shirts, and a Hispanic guy told me, you know what that means? I said, no. And that was a German government plan in World War I to fund Hispanics to rise up and kill all whites in Texas down to the age of 16. And they actually implemented the plan, but then the Texas Rangers put it down. But we're going to go to Webster Tarpley here in a moment. Finishing up, you've got some of these audio clips of what these folks have been saying. And then if you don't roll over to it, they say it's your fault that there was the Tucson shooting.
Oh, that's right. And this has been going on for years. I just, by the way, just switched computers and may have a little trouble pulling some of those things up. It's on another computer in another room, but I can give you one really good one.
Okay.
This is Art Torres, chairman of the California Democrat Party, telling this audience of La Voz, the Aslan, that they have to take power. They don't. It's not going to be given to you. You have to take it. So just listen to this.
Power is not given to you. You have to take it. Remember, 187 is the last gasp of white America in California.
Okay, the last gasp of white America in California. And here is the head of the California Democrat Party. If anybody on the Republican side has said anything close to that, okay, such as if we don't pass 187, it will be the last gasp of white America in California, they would have been crucified. So people have to understand once and for all, there is a double standard. All right? And I'm going to say it. If you're a white European, you are assumed guilty before proven innocent. If you're anything else, you're innocent until proven innocent.
Well, that's it. I mean, you buy into all the multiculturalism. I hire people of every color, creed in my office. I like everybody, but the media is always trying to create division. And then, you don't want government health care, so you're a cracker. Chris Matthews says they're the race pimps. And I know you had to pull that up on another computer because I was asking you to find the Machete article. But I'm going to dig that up and relink to it up at Infowars.com this afternoon from AmericanPatrol.com, the September 8th, 2010. I remember hearing about the riots, but not that it was machete-related or folks had machetes. But I know that you've done the research on that, so I look forward to getting that out to people. Glenn Spencer, thank you for joining us. We appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to get into Tunisia forces fight presidential guards near the palace. And I really respect his analysis. I want to get Webster Tarpley's take on this because he's written an article that's at tarpley.net and also at Infowars.com. Tunisian WikiLeaks putsch, CIA touts Mediterranean tsunami of coups. And Tarpley and others have said that WikiLeaks is just a CIA /Israeli/British intel front, and that they would start going after financial institutions. Madsen and